Today, I am thinking about the difference between short-term happiness and long-term well-being. This morning, I'm gonna confess, I ate 2 donuts for breakfast, and they were delicious. They provided some short-term happiness. However, I know that in the long term, they actually harm my well-being. When I'm fit, when I'm healthy, day to day, I experience a higher degree of what I'm calling well-being, which is ongoing life satisfaction. What I'm calling short-term happiness are the little spikes we get when we indulge ourselves in things like donuts. This is especially relevant when it comes to money, because so many people, myself included, practice retail therapy. People try to give themselves short-term boosts of happiness by spending money. But the problem is, this actually decreases long-term well-being. Why? Well, for a few reasons actually. First of all, you're spending money that could be used toward more important goals. Second, buying things just creates clutter. Third, you're not actually improving your long-term well-being in any way. You're just giving yourself that short-term spike of happiness. So like with me and the donuts, yeah, it felt great to have those donuts for breakfast. I got a little short-term spike, but now I don't feel any happier an hour later than I did before I bought the donuts. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it's bad to have donuts once in a while. It's perfectly fine to indulge yourself now and then. What I'm saying is that generally, long-term well-being and an ongoing life of happiness often comes from knowing that you did not indulge yourself repeatedly because you know that these short-term happiness spikes are only fleeting pleasures. I am not going to beat myself up for having 2 donuts today, but I don't want to resume a pattern of behavior where I'm having donuts every day. My goal is to create a life of deeper satisfaction that comes from a sense of improved self-esteem from being fit, that comes from knowing that I've saved enough for retirement, that comes from knowing that I'm doing things that make my life and the life of others around me better. Ultimately, I think that a life well lived is about balance, and it balances these short-term bursts of pleasure with long-term well-being. So, my 2 donuts this morning, not a big deal, they're fine, but I don't want to make it a habit. Instead, I'm going to remind myself that my goal is to get fit so that I have improved health, improved self-esteem, and better balance in my life.